Today on Forbes, Trump's pick for SEC chairman married into a multi-billion-dollar roofing fortune. Last week, President-elect Donald Trump nominated lawyer and financier Paul Atkins as chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, the government body responsible for regulating public companies and stock markets in the U.S. Atkins, who is 66 years old, previously served as an SEC commissioner from 2002 to 2008 under former President George W. Bush. He has been touted by Trump as a, quote, proven leader for common sense regulations and, crucially, a supporter of cryptocurrencies. Despite his career in the public eye, Atkins's link to one of the wealthiest families in the Midwest has not been previously reported. His wife Sarah Humphreys Atkins, whom he married in 1990, is the only granddaughter of Tamco Building Products founder E.L. Craig. Craig was an entrepreneur who had started and sold several ventures, including a boxing gym and frozen custard shop. He started the roofing business in 1944 at the age of 69 in an old streetcar barn in Joplin, Missouri. Now based in Galena, Kansas, Tamco is the fourth largest manufacturer of roofing shingles in the United States, with $1.2 billion in revenue last year, according to a report from S&P Global. The Humphreys family sold a 25% stake in the business to the Carlyle Group, a $447 billion assets under management private equity firm, for an undisclosed sum in 2019. The family still owns a 75% stake in Tamco, which is named after the first 5 states where the company planned to first do business: Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Bloomberg reported in April that the family and its minority investor may be considering a sale, valuing the business at up to $3.5 billion. A person familiar with the company says Tamco has turned down offers higher than that. Tamco founder E.L. Craig and his wife, Mary Ethel Craig, had just one child, Ethel May Craig, who headed the company as its chairman for more than 3 decades. She was described as, quote, the matriarch of the now national roofing business at the time of her death in 2021. Ethel May and her husband, John Pershing Humphreys, who passed away in 1993 and who was Tamco's president for a time, had 3 children: David, John, and Sarah. David and Sarah and their respective families now equally split the 75% stake. Based on Forbes estimates of the business, each couple is worth at least $1 billion. All 4 of them, Sarah and Paul Atkins, as well as David and Deborah Humphreys, sit on Tamco's board alongside representatives from Carlyle. The third Humphreys sibling, John, does not have an ownership stake and runs a separate roofing business, Da Vinci Roofscapes, according to his LinkedIn page. David Humphreys took over as president and CEO in 1994 after his father's death. A libertarian who has given millions to Missouri Republicans, David has also been an outspoken critic of Trump. He also funds the E.L. Craig Foundation, a $7 million in assets charity that supports conservative organizations and think tanks. Sarah has served on Tamco's board for more than a quarter century and is also an active political donor. She's given at least $7.7 million since 2002, almost all to Republicans, according to data from Open Secrets. Sarah is the president and single largest donor to the J.P. Humphreys Foundation, which gives away roughly $3 million a year, largely to conservative groups. Her husband, Paul Atkins, is a director at both Sarah's and David's foundations. He has also enjoyed a successful career in his own right. A North Carolina native, he began working in corporate law at New York City's Davis, Polk & Wardwell in 1984. After his stint as an SEC commissioner under Bush, Atkins launched Patomac Global Partners, a consulting firm that specializes in advising financial services companies, including banks and crypto firms, on regulatory compliance in 2009. The firm is located in Washington, D.C., a block away from the White House. For full coverage, check out Jemima McAvoy's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.